Kia ora, it's Dr. Mike O'Reilly speaking. I'm the Clinical Advisor for Veterans Affairs. I've been asked to make another short video for you today to talk about being prepared or getting prepared for COVID-19 or Omicron infection. As you can see, I'm working from home and I beg your pardon for the debris of daily living that you might see behind us, not to mention the menagerie that may visit while we're talking. The Omicron is with us in the community now. You can see it from the numbers as they've been increasing over the last few days. It's inevitable that it's going to affect large proportions of our population, and it's almost sure that it's going to affect you or somebody that you love. We've done amazing work getting vaccinated and protecting ourselves from COVID, and hopefully these vaccinations and the boosters, particularly the boosters, will protect us from the worst of this illness. It still means, though, that even with those boosters, you're likely to become sick, or somebody you know should become sick, and that may cause them to become or they may become isolated, and it may be difficult for them to carry on some of the normal day-to-day tasks of living. It may be difficult to go out shopping, it may be difficult to maintain relationships, etc. The Ministry of Health has a lot of resources online for preparing for COVID, and the address to go to look at the resources and to find a planning tools that help you plan for COVID is on an address at the bottom of the screen. I'm not really going to talk to you about how to make that plan. It's very individual, and it would be really hard for me to talk about what would be good for you to do as an individual, and I'll let you use that tool. But I want to talk to you about veterans looking after veterans during this time, about the networks that we have as veterans and how we can use those to ensure the well-being of each other. One of the things that I've seen in working with Veterans Affairs for the last 18 months is the depth and strength of the networks that veterans have created for themselves in the community, whether it be the relationships within RSAs, or whether that be other groups that have been pulled together by shared experiences in the service. These relationships are our strength, and it's these relationships that will ensure that we, as a group, as veterans, survive this Omicron COVID-19 period healthy and prepared for what happens next. I'd encourage everybody, as part of their planning, to reach out to the veterans you know, to the veterans groups that you know, to check on each other regularly. Even if you have COVID or the other person has COVID, you can't transfer it over the phone, so choose those moments to speak to them. If you can speak to them on Skype or on another network that you can see each other's face and reaffirm to each other how well that you're doing okay, then do that. It's particularly in those, we all know those amongst us in our communities who are vulnerable, who need that extra support, who live alone or have who have very small groups of people that they feel comfortable being in the presence of, often other veterans. Reach out to them and care for them. If you know someone's at home with COVID, call them. Call them daily if you have to. Spend that time with them and share some fellowship and share some of those bonds that you've built up over the years. If we do this for each other, this will strengthen us as a group, both during COVID and after. I'm going to do it. I've got people that I know and care about in the community. I've got veterans that I know about and care about in the community. and more that I've known, that I've met since I've started this job. And I'll be reaching out to them not as a representative of Veterans Affairs, but as another veteran or somebody who cares about their welfare. Please do that. Please reach out to each other. Please hold each other up during this period, and we'll come out of it well. Again, just to remind you where to go to find planning tools for COVID, the address to go to find these resources is listed on the screen below me. If you can't get at them, get to your GP and to a chemist and get a copy of a planning tool, and that will help you plan for those little things that you need during this COVID period. Please take care of yourselves. Mā te wā, and we'll talk again soon.